They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Line gets set, first down. The running back has it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
The option look. Now the pitch. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. The give to the tailback. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Running back goes in motion. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Okay, ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show, or listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Got his man quickly. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
And I'll tell you what, I like this defense's game plan right here. Drop back. Make sure I got the sticks covered. If they want to throw it below the sticks, I'm going to come up and tackle you and make sure I get you to 4th down.
And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Crosses the 45. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Extending the play. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
After the misfire, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Samuel. Quarterback adapting. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
29 Philly, Griffin.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth down.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running back searching for a hole. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Arizona State 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Here on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Samuel. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Back to the ground game on the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They run the reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Timber.
Looking downfield, it's Samuel. Gets it out quickly. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver shows motion.
Griffin. Longer.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. On the move. Makes it past the marker. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looks as if he's going to run it. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the unthinkable just happened. You're the offense. You're trailing in this game late in the first half. You're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to put some points on the board. But you can't turn the ball over. And now all of a sudden, they've given it back. And there's an opportunity for the opponent now to widen their lead.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distance.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And on second down for this offense. Just a short pass to the tight end. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Pulls it in. Smashes through the tackle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Sun Devils in the hurry-up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On second down, wants to throw. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. On second down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jones. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. From the gun, looking for a man. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Release to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air. It's Samuel. They're bringing heat. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets it fly. And he intercepts it. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Moving past the 25. Running toward the tape. He's at the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Power football with the run. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. With jet sweep pass. And And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exit. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. He's got great speed. Got a little room. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
A designed run for the quarterback. The Sun Devils get it past the sticks. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 21, Arizona State 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And the Sun Devils have this offense rolling. From the red zone, looking for a man. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking for a man. It's Samuel. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Finds his tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the option. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield, using the quick game. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
1st and goal, Arizona State.
On the move. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Getting some heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. He's looking to pass. It's on target and complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, and that's a big stop by this defense because now you've got this offense in a predictable situation. It's 4th and goal. We got to get the touchdown, but now we got to put the ball in the air.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Extra point, anything but routine. It's good, and we're tied here in the 4th quarter. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Samuel. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got it. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Samuel. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California, late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
Wide out in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got an open man. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll try the run. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10.
Black 24. Black 24. Now.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11.
Come on, set.
Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th.
Clemson.
Got it.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Trying to pound it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. From right in the center of the field, straight on to win the game. It is perfect. They have grabbed the lead in the waning seconds of the game, and they are so close to victory.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really depend on.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play, but you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This